IBS stands for Inquiry-Based Science. That means that what you are going to see, what you are going to experience today is inquiry-based science. It's not a descriptive science. And what you are going to find out is 4 schools, 4 CLIL projects that are being carried out in 4 schools, primary schools. They are very different, in very different contexts. They apply the context in a different way. And what they share, the only thing they share is, apart from the topic that we decided to be the sound, apart from that, what they share is that they want their pupils, their students, to develop the inquiry skills, to be able to work at the end as a scientist. That's the way scientists do. So to develop the inquiry skills, that's on the one hand. But then you have an E. E stands for English language. But it's not that they carry out their projects in English in the classroom, but they also want to develop, improve the language of kids, the English language for kids, to develop the skills of language skills. That's what they want to. And I always like to say a quote by David Marsh. I don't know if you have heard about him. He's an important... he has brought lots of books about CLIL. He's a CLIL author, and he says that CLIL is good. It's a good context because the students, they are using language to learn and learning to use the language. So that's why we make this effort to do CLIL. Okay? Let me tell you that today's workshop is the result of 3 years working together, CECIRE and UAB, and you can have a look. There is a display on the hall about the historical evolution of this group. I would like to just highlight a couple of things for one of each years, the products that we produce, we create every year. We started in 14-15. As I said, we contact UAB researchers and ourselves, and we were trying to find teachers who were doing science in English in the classrooms, and they wanted to improve their practice, to reflect on what involves integrating science and English language. So we started working, and in that first year, what they did is, as you can see, there are many posters around here. These posters are made by different groups in CECIRE, and there is one which is missing at the very end, which is the one that is on the display, because it's about this CLIL group working from the beginning. And we try to what we try to, I would like to highlight that we were trying to guess or design a tool that help us to integrate the scientific practices with the language involved on those practices. That's what we started doing the first year. Then the second year, in 15-16, with the help of my language colleagues, Laura, who is there at the reception, and Rosé, we were using some of the tables that you can find on the display, some of the tables to go to analyze a bit more deeply how to plan the language for, language to, and language through, and language of, language for, and language through. Some of you maybe know that. But what it means is, what is the language of the content they need to learn, the science content they need to learn, but also what is the language they will need to carry out the activities in the classroom. So that's what we were doing. And apart from that, Laura Valdez and myself, we attended an international teacher training about education, and also we brought, we talk about the triadic partnership and how it was a benefit for the 3 arms of this triadic partnership. The triadic partnership being the researchers from CECIRE and UAB, then the teachers working in the schools, and then the other, which are the other arm, very important too, is the student teachers, that they also get benefits for that. And also we published a book, we published a chapter, number 16, in an international book about science education. That's what we did. That was the products of the second year. And then finally, we are in the third year, and there were only 4 schools remaining, but those schools were deciding from the beginning that it's going to be the final, the closing of this work group will be this workshop. And it has been designed by all of us. We decided that the topic will be the sound, but also we decided how the structure will be. And what you will see is different practices, different scientific practices, and also you will see samples of some oral or written support, of language support, to be able to carry out those practices. And that's what we are going to do now, and we hope that everybody will enjoy and enrich from this sharing workshop.